Hey Copilot, write me a teaser text for the new podcast episode.
Sure. How about the following text? What if artificial intelligence made everyday work easier? Specific use cases, practical sales aids, and an acoustic gag at the end. Tune in and smile.
Okay, not bad. Room for improvement, but quite good. Yeah, dear colleagues, where else artificial intelligence can support us, you will find out in this episode. Enjoy listening. Artificial intelligence is playing an increasingly important role not only in our everyday lives but also at Metro. The idea behind the use of AI is to support people at Metro, make work easier and significantly improve the experience for our customers. How we are building an AI factory at Metro, which use cases it will address, and how we are creating a culture in which everyone can realize its potential. That's our topic of this episode of More Podcast, Wholesale to the Max. A warm welcome to all of you, dear colleagues. I am Bernd Rodde from Global Internal Communications at Metro AG and responsible for this podcast about Metro's score strategy. My guest today brings with him many years of experience in data analytics and artificial intelligence. He joined Metro in late 2020 as Chief Data Officer at Digital Solutions, where he leveraged data insights from our hospitality customers to create added value for Metro's business. And since June 2025, he has been working at METRO.digital as the lead of the newly created TOM platform for AI and automation. I warmly welcome our Vice President, Artificial Intelligence and Automation, Olaf Maecker. Hi, Olaf.
Hi, Bernd. Thanks for having me today here at the podcast.
Great to have you here. Olaf, nowadays AI is already built in almost everything. So every ordinary vacuum cleaner works with AI. How do you actually use AI in your everyday life? Are you something of an AI nerd who solves everything with AI from cooking to gardening?
Yes, it is. I would say from the beginning of my career, I always went into the topic of data, machine learning, and of course with AI, I would call myself an AI nerd. I'm using it everywhere it's possible, try things new out. I'm talking to my personal assistant in the car. So when I drive alone, before I have a boring drive or just listen to music, I have my AI assistant with me. And I try things new out. I also find out that not everything what is in the market makes sense. So everybody knows this hype of AI. And the question is where we have the real benefit for life. That is for private life, and we will talk today also what does it mean for Metro, because it's not just about using AI for the purpose of AI. We use AI because we want to create value. The same is for me in the private life.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, and today in our More Podcast episode, of course, we mainly will talk about how we use AI at Metro, how we improve our business processes and simplify them for our people, but also how we train and evolve AI for our needs at Metro, and how we can further develop our corporate culture so that it becomes normal for each of us to use AI in our everyday work. Our culture is, of course, also the subject of our fundamentals questionnaire for you, Olaf. And at the end of the episode, we look forward to what you have brought us, your sound souvenir. Until now, AI has often been purely a topic for IT. Now, Metro is launching its own division to bring AI into the business on a broad scale. Olaf, why exactly is now the right moment for this? Technically, organizationally, and also in terms of culture?
Yeah, there are three components. And on the one hand side, AI is there. AI is latest since ChatGPT launched 2.5 years ago everywhere. So we also as Metro don't have the chance to avoid this. The reality is changing already since years. So we need to jump and surf the wave. When it comes to the question how we can implement it later, how we bring to culture, this is a little bit the tricky question, because AI, when you look to the hype cycle of Gartner, maybe some listeners know about this, you have usually topics that first everybody is so excited, you can do so a lot, and then when you start with use cases, you will find out it is not every time the holy grail. And the question is really how to bring this hype to reality. And there's a reason why I always say, let's come from AI beyond the hype and make it happen.
Then let's start and make it tangible with a very tangible project at Metro, the Metro Sales Buddy. Though in short, for you colleagues out there, this is an AI support for our Salesforce people. Olaf, what exactly is behind this idea? What specific problem or pain point does the Sales Buddy solve?
The AI Sales Buddy, it is an intelligent sales assistant. So it is about how I can bring and empower our sales force, our sales representative, in a way that they can serve the customer better. That is always, when we think about AI and automation, that is always the core principle. It is customer centricity. How can we make the life easier for the customer and serve them with better products, with better solutions, non-food topics, digital products, etc. The sales buddy in this case is just an enabler that combines our good existing tools, what we have, and add on top the functionality of generative AI. So first, knowing what was in the past done from the customer, what was the purchases, what was the contacts I have, etc. Second topic, looking into the future, what I could offer. No, what kind of topics I could bring next to you. That's the reason why we also from the beginning on connected our one recommender, our central recommender to the system who helps us with data-driven and AI-driven algorithms to identify what is the next best action for you. So when I drive to Bernd's restaurant, that I said, is it now better to offer you salmon because you have a need not buying this today at Metro? Or is it better that I do a loyalization campaign because I see how you're a little bit struggling with products, etc., so that I can bring you back on track, that you come to this growth customer stage. Last topic is that we also combine then the functionality that I not only can bring together the different information, is also how can I document this. It's a way back, say, okay, I just went to Bernd's restaurant, I talked with him about salmon, and then I can document this also in the central system. So we have a connection to our standard system that is a core principle. So SAM, product recommender, and the other tools what we have, combine it, but have this cool functionality of Gen AI, like ChatGPT or Gemini, that you can type, that you can ask questions, but also that you can speak. Just when I'm in a car and say, hey, I just visit Bernd, I talked with him about salmon, I should next time do an offer for him.
I guess that you tested it beforehand. Can you already say something about the results so far? Is there already any feedback from the colleagues in the countries?
Yes. So we are, as we speak, in the testing stage with 2 countries. That is with France, that is with Spain. We have already on our waiting list other countries who said, we want to start in the fiscal year as soon as possible. For example, like Bulgaria, like Croatia, and so many other countries. So we are work, of course, on this, but we need a structured approach. Currently, we are in the learning stage because it is not just that you switch on the AI, you can do everything. We have, technically speaking, everything ready, but we need now to learn and customize this AI agent, this assistant, to the daily working routines. AI is a general concept. You need to do and address pain points, and that starts always from the business purpose. So how I can help the sales representative to be more efficient, that is the question. And then we go to the algorithm, not just saying, there's no Gen AI, I can create cat videos, cool. Is it really helping us? No. But is it helping us to create offers or give the information at the right point in time? That is a way. So we need to address it before. So we have a lot of exchange with the sales representative, also direct with the sales leads in the countries. And now we are on the ground as we speak and test this, that we can exactly shape the sales buddy in the direction that in the future everybody can use it as a neutral tool.
Yeah, and when it will be rolled out? So what is the plan?
Yeah, so in this first quarter, we have this test groups, and then we go in the following days, months, exactly in this broader rollout, first to the countries that everybody has access to. On the other side, go with the same functionality to the other countries, makes this available. And the important point is the tool interface is new. It will be more closer to your daily routine, but the information behind is exactly the same thing you will find in the system, like SAM, what you will find in the marketing campaigns, what you will find everywhere. I think that's an important point. It is not that I need first to validate the information behind. That is exactly the same level what it is. It is more about bringing the interface information more to the point.
So a very, very exciting project. Beyond this sales buddy or intelligent sales assistant project, what other use cases do you currently have on your radar? Where could AI and also automation provide added value for Metro?
Yes. So maybe to close the sales buddy, we will have a new name. It will be the intelligent sales assistant. So we need, of course, always also names what is helpful in this direction. So maybe in the future we will hear it under this topic.
Okay.
When we come to your question, what else is there? That is just one use case. We are going through the whole value chain of Metro, through all areas, and identify where we are. And let's go to some examples, because we have tons of use cases collected the last 8 months. And especially when it comes to global marketing, to creativity, to just knowledge transfer, that is what we have on the list. And let me give one example, because this is already also in the testing stage. It is about how we can place branding campaigns and marketing campaigns with the help of AI better, faster, and in better quality. So today we are able, with AI, to create our own videos. When you was part of the launch of our target operating model on 1st of October, you saw also some videos. You saw the last more stage. This was done by AI. And what we did, of course, you need the human in the loop. So AI is not replacing us. AI giving us a superpower. So we had done this with just 2 colleagues. The colleagues, Global Solution Center, that we have 2 experts sitting who can steer this AI machine in a way that we can produce this kind of cool videos. And this is amazing, mind-blowing, because you need so less time, but you can produce so good quality. And this is where we're currently testing with up to 8 countries to do in the future marketing campaigns more with AI.
Yeah, this was really great work. Greetings to the colleagues in Pune for this very, very fabulous project. Yeah, for the development of all these upcoming applications, you are currently setting up some kind of an AI factory at Metro. How would you explain it? So what is the AI factory? Is it technology? Is it a process engine? Or is it also a culture?
It is all of this. So it is an overarching principle. It is the core component of our AI and automation strategy. As I started and got the request from Carl and from the board, say, Olaf, I want to take over the AI and automation strategy for Metro. First, great opportunity. But I said, when we do it, we need to do it right. We need to establish from beginning on a solid foundation where we can deliver AI use cases on scale. And the AI factory is exactly this principle. It is on the one hand side that we have a structured way to do the demand intake, but also the way that we look on the use cases and identify what makes sense for Metro, what has the biggest value. So we talk and look always from a business principle on this and say, okay, where we have the highest return on invest. And that could be serving the customer better, increase revenue, more sales. It is about optimizing the back-end processes and our own productivity, that we can work faster. The example of the video again, that we can do it faster for better quality, and of course with less cost. That will help us. And this, in this case, we then prioritize and identify what maybe for everybody is relevant, that all entities, all countries, the headquarter can benefit from. Other side, we will have very specific one, what is maybe only for one platform, for one domain relevant. Warehouse management, store operations. There is a lot of potential in, but of course we need to identify, is there a return on invest when we're doing this? In general, we want to automate as much as possible, reduce the manual work, unlock our time to do more the bigger thing of strategy work and topics what helps really to position Metro's future also against score, but it's also about to deliver faster.
Mm-hmm.
And the second part here is important that we will have an engine, the production engine as we call it in the AI factory. And there's it about to really deliver the use cases. After we identified them, put this on a good foundational work that we have a area where we can do it on with good protected data, that we have a central Metro AI environment where we can do it, but also deliver this in a scaled way that the systems are stable and we can give it back then to this. And in the end, the AI factory is always about to self-funding the use cases. So the goal is to have this kind of return on invest between 12 to 18 months when we do it.
Yeah. Bringing IT and wholesale business together is the challenge at Metro and the goal of the TOM organization. And I would like to know more about the organization of this AI factory. So who sets the requirements, who builds the model, and who ensures that it is used productively?
Yes, that we do together. And we do as with a one Metro principle. Also, the question about the timing to set this up you had in the beginning. It is the hype. We have the need to do it. If we don't do it, the competition doing this in parallel, we need to be on the forefront. We need to be the market and industry leader. But on the other side, we have here tailwind. And the tailwind is TOM. It's a target operating model, what was launched 1st of October. Because with this logic, we get rid of the siloed approach. We get rid of that is the IT department, this is business department. We are working as one Metro. And this is also the setup of the AI and automation platform. So we will bring and have brought together the technical expertise with the business expertise. And with this focus, we deliver. So we deliver this and develop this together. It's always a tandem principle and addressing this with the experts to identify this is a pain point. This is what we need to solve from a business perspective. And then we deliver with the right tools against this. So that's the reason why I work for METRO.digital, of course, official, but I work for Metro. And this is in the end the topic we can be proud to be one Metro, and we need to live this principle as we act as one Metro. And this is how it's set up. So it is a perfect timing to start with AI at Metro.
We will talk about the development, creation, and evolution of this already mentioned AI culture at Metro in a moment, Olaf. And above all, we will discuss what this might look like. But first, we want to hear your thoughts on our overarching and to date largely analog corporate culture, our Metro fundamentals. As always, I have prepared our fundamentals questionnaire with 5 questions. Are you ready for that, Olaf?
Yes, of course.
Great. Then here we go with the first question. Which of the 5 fundamentals is your favorite one?
So my favorite one, and this is also connected to AI, is wer will, der kann. Never stop, no fear. Why is this fundamental? It is necessary that we are just do the AI transformation. To change something, you need to just act. Don't stop. Don't have fear. And that is the reason why I say in German, wer will, der kann, to deliver against this and just do this. Also to do things out of the box in a new way. AI is not just a project. It is not just a tool. It is a different way of working. And then we need to be brave enough to do things. And I go here at the forefront also with my platform to bring this passion of AI to the organization, but also motivate the people to think outside the box, say, hey, until now you did the concept with a blank sheet and you started. Today, why not asking your personal AI assistant?
Where in your working environment do you think simplification is most needed?
It is about the first part, I would say. It is usually when we come to new topics, it is important to go into the concept stage, to plan the topic, to know the requirements. But I'm a fan of when the topic is understood, let's start. Let's turn on or put on the trousers while we are running instead of waiting that everything is ready. We will find so quick out if it's then possible and makes sense to do the rest, or does it make sense to say, okay, we put it on site. That's the reason why I say, okay, let's just start and let's also get an efficient balance between planning and doing.
So better done than perfect. Third question, what would you like to abolish because it had no impact so far?
Yeah, it is about that we had this siloed approach, because in silo, a lot of things make sense. But when you look on a horizontal combination of this and bring the things together, sometimes it doesn't make sense. It is about how I can bring to the customer the right benefits. And that should go over all touch points what we have with the same voice, with the same logic, and not that we have different prioritizations. But for me, it's is something what is solved with the target operating model. We all responsible, each employee is responsible to live this principle, but this is topics that we get rid of this. We just look in on one area, say, okay, what does it mean for the master picture and how we can deliver the score focus on this.
How do you create an open working environment where colleagues can bring our fundamentals to life?
Yeah, so it is about, of course, to be a role model and also know that you have experts in the team, not just say that I'm the artificial intelligence or the human intelligence know everything. I have an idea, I have a vision of how AI and automation should work for Metro and how we can create the best benefit. But I have so many talented people in my team. We have so many talented people also outside my team where it's important to listen to. And I think this is a culture we need to bring in place. The question is how we can bring the best result in. And I bring always a picture to the table and say, colleagues, when we do here a meeting, it is a round table. And also when you're a working student and you have the right argument and you have the right point, you will be here and we'll do it. I, in the end, don't care what is your seniority level in the team. It is about who has the best argument to make these things happen. So have this open environment where also no fear is in the room to bring topics up. And then we discuss it openly. And if we've identified things, we will test it, count it, measure it, and then we will find out was it the right thing or not. Simple.
Which 3 words best describe one Metro to you?
So first, efficiency. Second, family. Last but not least, it is 1 + 1 = 3. What does it mean? It is about the synergy we raise when we work together. And this is like I can have the expertise in AI and automation, but without, for example, exchange with Matthias and also with his platforms, I never can unlock the potential of AI and automation. The same procurement, the same supply chain. We have the experts sitting. And that's the reason why when we do 1 + 1, it is not 2, it is 3.
All right, Olaf. Now we know what's important to you about our fundamentals and how you deal with them in your daily work. And later on, we want to find out what else is important to you personally, be it at work or maybe also in your private life with your sound souvenir. Here already is a very short pre-listen. And again. Yeah. Sounds is always interesting, and we will find out what it is and what it means for you, Olaf, towards the end of this episode. Olaf, you told me in our pre-meeting that we want to establish at Metro an AI culture in which it becomes normal for everyone, regardless of his or her role, to use AI to work more efficiently. But many colleagues ask themselves, how can AI help me? So what do you say to someone who says, I'm not a data scientist, I handle, for example, goods receiving, or I manage something in one of our stores. What do I need AI for?
Yes, it is about the core principle, and coming back to AI is not a project IT topic. You can, from investment perspective, give 95% of the investment in the technological platform. But for the success, it's just 50%. The other 50% is that we have the AI adoption. So, and then exactly the question came in, how I can convince you to start with this, because it is here also the starting point. So no fear, just start with this. And the point is always not about the technology itself. It is about the benefit. It is about what is in for me, how I can deliver this. So it is on the one hand side to motivate you, just start, and you will see it. Of course, you need the right training. I need to show you, but also not wait to think about what is the right use case. Just starting with a normal AI assistant, I use it in my daily life to prepare my topics, is already the first benefit. And when you did the first topic, you will be convinced by the outcome itself. On the other side is, of course, to give you a helping hand that you know what you can do and how to do it right. Because here, besides the right data, it's always about the context. So there's a core competence is to know how to give the right briefing in place. But to bring it back also to your question, it is just start and, of course, test out and use also the support what we have here at Metro with trainings with our communities in place. There's we have first trainings already out. You can find it on the House of Learning. You can also book separate sessions. That is more the basic things: how I do prompting, how I use tool, but also communication: what is allowed to use and what not. Not that we give the right guardrails for you to use it, but you can decide how fast you drive on the motorway. And when you combine this and put on top events where you can also test out, maybe have a booth where you can play within AI. This is what makes it successful. But it's a lot about communication. First, you need to know that it's possible. Second is you need to get the right tools and training on your hand. And there's, of course, a topic a little bit also to do it in a fun mode. No? That's the reason why we try to establish different events. Maybe some of you visit our AI event with Google in June, where we had also possibility to build with AI a little bit Lego, etc. That is what we want to achieve.
Yeah. And what specific impact would that have on our work routines? So does AI transformation also mean changed processes, new KPIs, or different management tasks?
Yeah, so when you talk about KPIs, that is following our ABR, QBR cycle, of course, that's as all other initiatives what we have. We have here two KPIs. One is the adoption of AI, because when we want to drive AI transformation, then we need to see that the people using this. For this, we need to shape the culture. We need, of course, steering KPIs. How many tools are used? How in which way is it used? What do we need to change? And the second topic is value first approach. It is AI where you realize what is the components of revenue increase, cost decrease, and more productivity. There we're looking on and steer this over this logic to bring this to the organization.
Okay. So now it gets exciting, because now we let the machine have its say, because I asked the AI what questions it would like to ask you, Olaf, from its perspective, so the perspective of the AI. And now I'd like to ask you this question with an AI voice. So, Olaf, here is the first question from the AI to you.
Olaf, how can I make decisions that people can trust?
So when it comes to this, first, I'm very appreciative that you use it, because this is the first step of bringing AI to life, and you see the benefit behind it. It is about having fun, but it's on the other side also having the daily routine and ask and use the intelligence. The question, of course, it's a very valid one. And I want to quote here one topic. When you have in helping function, an assistant or co-pilot, it is not an autopilot. So it is important that you as human in loop, takes the information, bring your expertise in, and then deliver the result. So it is clear, and the clear understanding is it is an artificial intelligence. It is something what delivers more information what a normal human can get, because I have so many things behind. But you need always to challenge this and do it from a critical perspective, because the outcome is only as good as the data is in, and data is never perfect. Second, it's about your context you ask. So that I trust is about trusted topic or what came out, but of course also challenges with your experience, and then you have the perfect combination to trust.
Okay, cool. Then I have another question from the AI. This one here.
What data am I allowed to use, and what data am I never allowed to see or process?
Yes, also a second important question. First, we are having a central Metro AI platform, and I can also only go here to the listener. If you say, I want to have a tool, please contact us, not just use your private account by ChatGPT. This is important. So it needs always to data protected, that we can also ensure that the data is used in the right way and in a way that is allowed. We have on the one hand side topics where we have in our principles what we want to use and what we will never use. No, that is about automated performance measure of employees, etc. that we will not do. Second topic is there's also regulations in place what we are following with our AI platform. Some of you heard about the AI Act from the EU. We are here following clearly the topics and have established a separate unit in the squad in my area. What is the AI stewardship? What taking care about so-called responsible AI. That covers what is allowed, what is not allowed from a legal perspective. We work very close here with our legal colleagues. We work very close with our security colleagues around Antivirus. And we work very close with our central principles we want to bring in, and thus follow with a responsible AI use. This is a fundamental and by design in place that we use it in a way that is secured in our data centers, what is not leaving our organization. On the other side, it is in a way that we have do's and don'ts what we're doing. It should help us. It should not put pressure on us or give fear that something is happening there. That is clear in our governance We have also on the United page for those who are interested in more information to this, there you will exactly see how we work with this, but also get guidance what is allowed and what is not allowed.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. And the third question, it works very well, and I'm a little bit afraid that the AI is taking over my job in the future, but so here is the third and last question from the AI to you.
What is my most important task at Metro? To make people's work easier, to make them better, or both?
It is both. It is to unlock your potential, giving you more time, giving you more focus on the work, but make you faster. It is really about when I talk about unlock the potential of AI, it is about unlock your expertise, your capabilities as human, as adding a superpower to your daily work. And this is will be, for those who use this already, will see how mind-blowing it is, but we are just at the beginning. We will see help in our daily work what we cannot imagine today. So promise me, we have there, I can promise you, we have there topics already on the radar, what is very amazing. We will start, of course, with the things that we can see from the beginning on the quick wins, but we'll also invest in topics what is maybe a little bit bigger parts. When we look on ultra-fresh topics, what we have the year of ultra-fresh, for example, we are working on, but also when we look to warehouses, how we can be faster, more efficient. On the other side, how we can unlock better our potential, that we not do jobs what make us inefficient.
Okay, yeah. Then, yeah, thank you, first of all, for participating in this little AI experiment. One last question. Imagine, Olaf, we meet again in 5 years. Where will Metro be in terms of AI? What would be a success that would make you proud?
So Metro will be on the forefront of AI and automation. That is a clear ambition. We will be the industry leader for this. And my personal ambition is when today the people talk about the organizational model from Spotify, the people will and should speak about how to do AI and automation. It is a Metro way of doing it.
Dear colleagues, the Big Fresh, Metro's year of Ultra Fresh, has begun. Freshness is our heartbeat. Fish, meat, fruit and vegetables, everything our gastronomy customers want and value. And now we are going one step further together. The Big Fresh is more than just a campaign, it's a movement, it's a mindset, and we are making it tangible everywhere at Metro and Macro. Our goal, an additional 300 million euros in the ultra-fresh assortments. And we can only achieve this together as one Metro. To this end, there are new training courses, best practice stories, powerful tools, a recognition program, and an unforgettable incentive trip for the best ultra-fresh performers. So, sell fresh and win big. Make the Big Fresh visible. Bring your ideas, energy, and pride to the table. Together, we transform products into experiences and experiences into growth. You can find all the information and updates on the Big Fresh on United. Just click on the link in the show notes of this episode. Olaf, AI can calculate and simulate many things, but not real emotions, at least not yet. That's why we now have a very human moment on More Podcast. Olaf, you brought us your sound souvenir, a sound that inspires, motivates, or touches you emotionally. So, we are curious, what sound did you bring?
So, ready to hear? Here's my sound souvenir.
Okay. Could you play it once again, please?
Of course.
Okay, I have absolutely no idea. So, Olaf.
It is not an easy one.
Yeah.
And I listen to the other things where sometimes a little bit easier, sometimes not.
Yeah.
I will give you a hint. It has to do with AI because AI is not just my job. I'm very passionate in the whole topic. So it has to do with technology.
Okay. It sounds like a computer sound.
Yes.
So is it maybe the sound when ChatGPT gives you the answer?
Yeah, you are right. It is about when I open my AI assistant. So that is when you click on, that is a kind of live function that I can interact because it's for me not just typing this in. It is about that I can speak like a human. And this is what I said in the beginning, that I'm when I'm in a car and I have a little bit that time, I would say, that I start conversations and I ask questions about topics and I have a real interaction. So I love in my private time, also at work as well, of course, but private time just to talk about things and have a reflection, a sparrings partner for certain topics. And I always get out of this with new ideas. And the sound, because you ask me what motivates me, is like I open a door and behind this are 20 new doors. And this is why I'm so motivated. Just the sound itself inspires me and motivates me to do more besides the topic and content I have. But the sounds alone is like now starting.
Yeah. Okay. So an AI sound with a very human, personal touch of you, Olaf. Thank you very much for that amazing sound and your story behind it. Yeah. And that wraps up today's episode of More Podcast. A big thank you to you, Olaf, for all the insights about artificial intelligence and automation at Metro. We've certainly learned a lot about that. All the best to you.
Thanks, Bernd, for having me.
And to all our colleagues listening, thank you for joining us. If you have any topic requests or feedback on this podcast, feel free to email me or message me on Teams. Above all, don't forget to subscribe to More Podcasts on your favorite podcast platform. Catch up on all past episodes and above all, recommend More Podcasts to all your colleagues. I'm looking forward to the next episode. Bye-bye and take care.